So Robert Baratheon, he calls off the attack on Daenerys Targaryen, and he confesses to Ned Stark why he's done this, why he's had a change of heart. Book 1, A Game of Thrones. It's one of Ned's many chapters, like this way through the book. Robert's on his deathbed. He's been attacked by the boar. He's seriously injured. You can tell on everyone's face that this is bad, that the king has not got long, and he basically shoos everybody out of the room except Ned. And he admits to Ned that Daenerys is only a child and that Ned was right all along. And he says to Ned that the reason that he was attacked by the boar is that it was basically karma for him sending out assassins after Daenerys Targaryen, that the gods were punishing Robert for having done this. He repeats over and over that Daenerys, she's only a girl, she's only a child. It was wrong, only a girl. And he says that Varys, Littlefinger, and even Renly are worthless. No one to tell me no but you, Ned. Only you. Robert, I mean, he's coughing up blood. It's, you know, the room is stinking because of the wound. It's not a pretty sight. And he's kind of having to tie up loose ends, basically. He knows he doesn't have long left. And it's the fact that it's Ned. That's why Robert can trust in him, can confide in him, tell him what he really feels. Like, damn, maybe if I hadn't gone and sent people after Daenerys, maybe this boar wouldn't have found me. Like, what goes around comes around kind of thing. And it's interesting that Robert says to other people, oh, it was the wine. That's why I wasn't, you know, I wasn't on my game. That's why the boar got me. He only tells Ned the real reason, that he thinks this is his karma. We don't ever get a POV from Robert directly, but I wonder, and I think it's a good chance that he was also thinking about the Targaryen children that were killed during the sack of King's Landing. Now, Robert didn't do that, but he didn't punish the people who did. He let everyone kind of get away with it. And Ned at the time was like, this isn't right. And Robert kind of sort of poo-pooed it. But now Robert is coming around and he's like, damn it, Ned, why are you always right? And I think he would have thought back to the Targaryen kids and like, damn, is this my karma for just not doing enough? For not at least punishing the people who did what they did to them and to Elia? And the thing with Robert Baratheon, he's not perfect. I'll be the first to say that. Like, and I have in many videos, but also with Robert, he does have a good nature to him and he is very affable. He's very charming. People like him. And in moments like this, when he's in serious pain and he knows the end is near, Robert's still trying to have a laugh and make a joke. That's who he is. Many a Baratheon is like that. Charming, jovial, always up for a laugh, even when something serious is happening. I'm glad Robert had this moment of realization and that he tried to right a wrong in his final hours. I think this is also a moment of somebody on their deathbed wanting to unburden their soul, not wanting to meet their maker and have to face up to one of the last things you did, being sending people after this young girl. And I don't even think Robert was actually picturing like 13, 14-year-old Daenerys, like tiny little mini slip of a thing, you know, wouldn't hurt a fly Daenerys. I don't think he was picturing her. Whenever he thinks about the Targaryens, it goes instantly back to Rhaegar. And that's who Robert is battling in his mind. And he says, you know, I kill him every night in my dreams over and over and over. So Robert never moved on from that. And it's his hatred for Rhaegar that is transferred onto Daenerys. And it's nice that in the end, at least Robert came to his senses and was like, look, this is not only a kid, but she had nothing to do with any of this. She wasn't even born. And of course, it's notable that he says all this to Ned. It would only be Ned, because not only has Ned Stark, he's always been like the honourable Ned Stark. He's not perfect, but Ned always tries to do the right thing, or what he thinks is the right thing. And Robert knows that. Robert's the naughty one out of the two. He's the one getting them in trouble. Ned's always like, Ned's the choir boy and Robert's the naughty one. And so that's their dynamic. And he always knows that, damn it, Ned's always right in the end. And I think the fact that he comes to this conclusion, it's why Robert entrusts Ned, not only with basically stopping anything that Robert had ongoing, but going forward, looking after Joffrey and acting not only as regent until Joffrey comes of age, but protector of the realm. And it's why he tells only Ned the real reason as to why he's calling off this attack.